Hi children, I am Pratyusha. Today we shall discuss Chapter 7 of our mathematics textbook, that is measurement. Longer, shorter. Children, here you can see two pencils. One is short and the other is long. When we talk about only one object, we say it is short. But when we compare it with the other one, when we compare between two objects, we say it is shorter than the other. If there are more than two objects, we say it is the shortest. So here there are two pencils. So when we compare between two pencils, we say the first pencil is shorter than the second pencil. And the second pencil is longer. So we say the second pencil is longer than the first pencil. In the same way, you can see two ladders. One is long and the other is short. So we say the first ladder is longer than the second one. And the second ladder is shorter than the first one. Next, tick the longer. Children, here you can see two leaves. We have to tick the leaf which is long. Which is long, first or second? Yes, the second leaf is longer than the first leaf. So we shall tick the second leaf. Next, children, here you can see two broomsticks. Which is long, first or the second one? Yes, the first broomstick is longer than the second one. So we shall tick the first broomstick. Next, tick the shorter. Children, here you can see two ropes, right? The first one is long and the second is short. The second rope is shorter than the first one. So we shall tick the second rope which is shorter. Next, children, here you can see two sugarcane sticks, right? So which is shorter, the first one or the second one? The second one is shorter than the first one, right? So we shall tick the second one. Next, longest, shortest. Children, when we compare between two, we say longer, shorter. But when we compare between more than two objects, then we say longest, shortest, right? Here you can see three chilies. The first one is long, the second one is of medium size, and the third one is short. So we say the first chili is the longest among three. And the last chili is the shortest among three. In the same way, we shall solve the remaining. Tick the longest. Children, here you can see three paddlers. We have to tick the longest paddler. Look at the picture and say which is the longest, children, among three? Yes, the second one, right? So we shall tick the second paddler. The second paddler is the longest among three. Next, children, here you can see three corns are given. We have to tick the longest corn. Observe and tell me, children, which is the longest one, first, second or third? Yes, the first one is the longest. We shall tick the first corn. Next, tick the shortest. Children, here you can see three walking sticks. We have to find out which is the shortest among three. Tell me, children, which is the shortest among three? Yes, the second stick is the shortest among three. So we shall tick the second stick. Next, taller, shorter. Children, here we are going to compare between two objects. In the first picture, you can see there are two giraffes. Between two giraffes, the first one is tall and the second one is short. So when we compare, we say the first giraffe is taller than the second one. And the second giraffe is shorter than the first one. Beside that, you can see two men. Men is the plural form. M-A-N, man is singular and plural of man is men, M-E-N. Here we have two men. The first man is tall and the second man is short. So when we compare between two, we say the first man is taller than the second man. The second man is shorter than the first man. Next, take the taller. Children, here you can see a chick and a swan. Who is tall, children, chick or swan? Yes, swan is tall, right? So swan is taller than chick. We shall take swan. Next, children, here you can see a cow and a calf. Calf is young one of a cow. So, which is tall, cow or calf? Yes, cow is tall, right? So, cow is taller than calf. We shall take cow. Next, take the shorter. Children, here you can see there is a puppy. Puppy is the young one of a dog and you can see a dog, right? So, between puppy and dog, which is short? Yes, puppy is short, right? Puppy is shorter than the dog. Beside that, you can see two plants. Between these two plants, which is short, first or the second? Yes, the second plant is shorter than the first one. So we shall take the second plant. Next, tallest, shortest. Children, here three houses are given. Now we are going to compare among more than two objects. Here there are three houses we are going to compare. Which is the tall among three? Yes, the first one is the tallest. And which is the short? Yes, the last one, the third house is shortest. So we say the first house is tallest among the three houses and the last house is shortest among the three houses. Next, children, here you can see three plants. The first plant is big, so we call it as tree. And you can see the second and third plant. So which is tall among the three plants? Yes, the first one is the tallest among three. And which is the shortest? Yes, the third one is the shortest among three plants. Next, take the tallest. Children, here you can see there is a hen, a swan and a chick. Among these three birds, which is the tallest one? Observe and say. Yes, swan is the tallest, right? So we shall take swan. Next, take the shortest. Children, here you can see three jokers. Who is short, children? Yes, the first joker is short, right? So the first joker is the shortest. So we shall take the first joker. Next, thicker, thinner. Thick means mota. Thin means patla. In the picture you can see there are two girls. We are going to compare the hair of two girls. The first girl's hair is thinner than the second girl's hair, isn't it? And the second girl's hair is thicker than the first girl's hair. Beside that you can see two thread reels. Which is thick, children? First or second? Yes, the first reel is thick. As we are comparing between two, we say the first reel is thicker than the second one. Among two, which is thin, children? The second reel, right? So the second reel is thinner than the first reel. Next, take the thicker. Children, here you can see two broomsticks. We have to take the broomstick which is thicker. Between these two, which is thicker, children? First or second? Yes, the second one, right? The second broomstick is thicker than the first one. So we shall take the second broomstick. Next, here you can see the trunks of two plants. Which is thick, children? The first one or the second one? Yes, the second one is thick, right? So we shall take the second one. the second trunk is thicker than the first one. Next, tick the thinner. Children, here two arrows are given. Which is thin, children? First or the second one? Observe. Yes, the first one is thick and the second one is thin. We are going to tick the thinner arrow. So the second arrow is thinner than the first arrow. We shall tick the second arrow. Beside that you can see two ropes, right? We have to tick the thinner rope. Which is thin, children? First or the second one? Yes, the second one is thinner than the first one. So we shall tick the second rope. Next, thickest, thinnest. Children, here you can see there are three books. When we compare among more than two objects, we say the thickest, the thinnest. So among these three books, the first book is the thickest, right? And among these three books, the third book is the thinnest. Next, here you can see paper rolls. Among these three, which is thick, children? First, second or the third one? Yes, the first paper roll is thick, right? So we say the first roll is the thickest. Among these three, which is thin, children? The third one is the thinnest among three. Next, tick the thickest. Children, here you can see three pencils, right? One is red in color, the other is blue in color, and the third one is green in color. We have to tick the pencil which is the thickest. Among three pencils, which is the thickest, children? Yes, red color pencil, right? So we shall tick the red colored pencil. The first pencil is the thickest among three. Next, tick the thinnest. Children, here you can see three paint brushes. We have to tick the brush which is thin. Observe, children, which is the thinnest among three? Yes, the first brush is thin, right? So we shall tick the first brush. The first brush is the thinnest among three brushes. Next, heavier, lighter. Children, the things which have more weight, they are called heavier. And the things which have light weight, they are lighter. In the first picture, you can see there is a weighing machine and a pumpkin is kept on one plate and a tomato is kept on the other. Which one weighs more, children? Pumpkin or tomato? Yes, the pumpkin is heavier than the tomato and the tomato is lighter than the pumpkin. Beside that, you can see an elephant and an ant. Between these two, which is heavier, children? Elephant or ant? Yes, elephant is heavier than ant. And an ant is lighter than elephant. Next, tick the lighter. Children, here you can see a shirt and a lock. Which weighs more, children? A shirt or a lock? Shirt is made of cloth and lock is made of metal. So which weighs more? Yes, lock weighs more. They asked us to tick the lighter one. So we shall tick the shirt. Shirt is lighter than the lock. Next, beside that you can see two cylinders. Which one is lighter, children? First or the second one? Yes, the first cylinder is lighter because it is small. We shall take the first cylinder. The first cylinder is lighter than the second one. Next, tick the heavier. Children, here you can see a kite and a firki. So, between these two, which weighs more, kite or firki? Yes, firki weighs more, right? So, firki is heavier than kite. Let us take firki. Beside that, you can see two fish. Which is heavier, children? First one or the second one? Yes, the first fish is big, right? So it weighs more. The first fish is heavier than the second fish. So we shall take the first fish, which is heavier. Next, heaviest, lightest. Children, when we compare among more than two objects, we say the heaviest, the lightest. Here you can see three watermelons. Among these three watermelons, which weighs more? Which is the heaviest? Yes, the first watermelon is the heaviest because it is big. And which watermelon is the lightest? Yes, the third watermelon is the lightest because it is small. The first watermelon is the heaviest among three and the third watermelon is the lightest among three. Next, take the heaviest. Children, here you can see a tank, a firka and a can. Among these three, which weighs more, children? Whose weight is more? Yes, the tank weighs more. So the tank is the heaviest among three. We shall take the tank. Next, take the lightest. Children, here you can see a hammer, a book rack and a dress. Among these three, which is the lightest, children? Observe. Yes, the dress is the lightest among three. We shall take the dress. Next, take the heaviest. Children, here you can see a Milton water bottle, a normal plastic bottle and a bucket filled with water. Among these three, which would be the heaviest, children? Which would weigh more? Yes, the bucket filled with water weighs more. So, the bucket is the heaviest. We shall take the bucket. Next, children, here you can see a girl is measuring her book using her handspan. Handspan is nothing but she has placed her palm on the book and she is measuring the length of the book using her palm. The book is 3 spans long. So, the length of the book is 3 spans long. In the same way, they are asking us to find out the length of table. The table is dash spans long. Children, if you have a table at your home, place your palm over the table at one end and measure the length of the table. I have measured the length of the table at my home. It is 11 handspans long. In the same way, measure the length of the table at your home, children, and write the answer. Next, trace your friend's handspan here. What should we do? Children, if you have any friend at your home, tell them to place their hand here and trace their hand. Draw a line along the edges of their palm. Next, measure. We have to measure some objects. The table is dash span long. Children, measure the length of the table at your home using your hand span and write it here. Next, my pencil is dash span long. Children, find out the length of your pencil by using your hand and write the number here. Next, my classroom blackboard is dash pencils long. Children, so far we have used our hand to measure, right? Now we are going to use pencil. Already you have measured the length of the table using your palm, right? Now measure the length of the same table using a pencil and find out how many pencils long your table is. As you are not coming to school now, instead of blackboard, you can measure any table at your home, right? Using a pencil, right? How many pencils long your table is? Next, children, here you can see a boy is measuring the length of the carpet. The carpet is 10 feet long. He has put his foot on the carpet and he is measuring using his foot span. Next, here you can see a girl is measuring the length of the mat using her foot span. The mat is 6 feet long. Foot, F-O-O-T, foot is singular and F-E-E-T, feet is plural. The mat is 6 feet long. Next, guess the distance between two trees. Children, here a boy is trying to find out the distance between two trees using his foot span. In the same way, you too can try at your home, children. Find out the distance between any two trees at your home, or you can find out the length of your hall or kitchen using your foot span. That's all for today, children. Thank you all. Have a good day.